Sa showbiz daw, ay walang permanenteng mga kaibigan o kaaway. Pero ang dalawang panauhin natin ngayong gabi, giniba at winasak ang kasabihang ito. Mga haligi ng pelikulang Pilipino. Si Peque nagbigay sa atin ng mga klasikong gaya ng Oro Plata Mata, Virgin Forest at Scorpio Nights. At marami pang iba. Pero kasama si Lore Reyes, ginawa nila ang ilan sa mga hindi malilimutang kwento ng pantasya at kakatakutan. Mga bayaw, andito po, Direk Peque Gallaga at Direk Lore Reyes. Wasak. Uy, nandiyan pala sila. Nanonood sila. At syempre mga kapatid, ito pa rin po ang programang Wasak. At syempre, ayun ako, we are very, very honored na dinaluhan tayo ngayon ng dalawa sa mga iniidolo natin ng mga direktor sa pelikula Pilipino, Peque Gallaga, Lore Reyes.
Oh Lord.
Direk, salamat sa oras nyo. At buti nandito po kayo ngayon sa Maynila. Wala kayo sa Bacolod.
Malapit na kami bumalik
ulit.
Yung bata ko, akala ko yung kapartner ni Lore Reyes, babae.
Diba?
Lore, no?
Akala ko pa noon, Loris Guillen.
Loris Guillen.
Exciting June kasi 1999 pa yata si Loli nagsama sa Piling ng Aswang. Ano? Pero magbabalikan ulit sila bilang tandem na co-director. May isang project pangalan Sonata. Na sinushoot sa Bacolod mismo kung saan sinut ang Oro. Can tell us about Sonata, Direk?
I'm going to Taglish ha kasi Tagalog challenged ako eh. Alam mo na yan. Pero
Pwede
anyway,
kayo mag-Ilonggo, direct.
pwede rin ha.
pwede rin,
Sige Matagal na si Sherry asked me na gawa tayo ng pelikula. Something that's really for Sherry Hill, sabi niya. So sabi ko, I have something for you na gusto kong gawin, etc. etc. I worked on it for a long time, pero then Sherry got into personal challenges, I won't say problems, etc. etc. 2 years na yan. So nawala. And then the FDCP came on.
Film Development Council.
Sabi nila, do you want to do anything but you have to shoot it in Negros. And then sabi ni Lori, uy, yung project ni Sherry, parang eksakto dito.
Oo, dati ano yun, parang suntok sa buwan lang ng project. Wala namang mag-finance nun eh.
Ba't period ba?
Hindi yung idea niya, hindi i-finance
Walang producer.
ng producer.
Actually, sinubukan ko kay Mother and she just tumingin lang, long silence, yung may crickets pa. Okay, sige. Mag-horror na lang tayo.
Wala man lang.
Ngayon, lahat digital. Pero nakalaki Pinoy Blonde.
Pinoy Blonde, oo.
Pero yun, ay producer ka sa Pinoy Blonde, tama? Ikaw nagdi-direct.
Unital din yun, no? Parang
Pero
Unital.
it was one of the early digital endeavors talaga, no? Tapos ngayon, lahat may digital na. Ano pakiramdam nito?
Para kang pioneering feeling. Hindi naman pioneering feeling. Pero ang laki na ng in advance naman ng mula noon eh.
Ang bilis.
Malakas ang loob ni Tony Gloria.
Actually, sabi ni Tony Gloria, at one point, he was involved with an indie film, I forget which. Then he looked at us and said, wala kayong script dyan
Anong meron kayo dyan na
na hindi maintindihan?
Hindi maintindihan.
Exactly.
Ganon,
Yeah,
ha?
ganon.
Quote unquote.
Oo.
Hindi maintindihan. Sabi ko, yeah, there's one that may flap kami. I don't know which flap it was. Now, when you have a flap, alam mo because nobody gives you a job for a long time, di ba?
Your phone doesn't ring.
Oo.
So, I started writing it and that was the time that si Andrew Cunanan killed Versace. Sino yun?
Versace, yes.
So the character became Andrew Cunanan, di ba? Etc. So I just wrote it and then of course, and everything I write, he translates also into street Tagalog. So anyway, sabi ko, well, I have something that people won't understand. And totoo naman, a lot of people didn't understand it.
Feeling ko hindi pa ang ibang generation pa makakaintindi na. Paano minsan ang dynamics ng relationship niya pag kunyari, ikaw producer at siya director, tapos yung pareho naman kayong producer, paano yun minsan?
Pag ako line producer, talagang he stops worrying about logistics. So,
Ikaw yung dirty work.
enjoy na enjoy siya.
Dirty work and at the same time stupid work. Even in my married life, basta pera sa misis na. And she lets me do what I want. Pero pag sabi ni Maddie, okay, tama na. Sagad na tayo. Obey ako. I mean, I know my limitations.
Parang mahirap sa akin yun.
Talaga.
Lagi tinatanong sa inyo, paano yung dalawang director? Hindi ba kayo nagsasalpukan ng ano?
Sa totoo lang, when we started, I asked 2 or 3 guys, Don Escudero, si Abo de la Cruz, I forget, Puro, I think. I said, I need a partner because at first, dialogue eh. Sa dialogue yun eh. And I said, I don't need dialogue because it's the movies, the images talk. Ganon. Pero then, working with Ishmael, I saw that the dialogue is really part of a movie. Hindi sa because you explain what the message is or anything, pero pag may massage parlor scene, si Bernal would sit 2 hours with the masahistas while they're setting up, and he'll talk. And the masahistas won't talk about social injustice or about, they talk about chismes, etc., etc. He picks up the sound. So sabi ko, if I can talk about behavior in bed, like in Scorpio Nights, I should talk about behavior in dialogue. So I said, hindi ko kaya. So finally, everybody said no to me because I said, no, if I be your partner.
Last choice.
Last choice.
Tsaka direct, last choice lang ako palagi.
Talaga? It hurts, no? Oo.
Papalitan ng araw ako eh.
So anyway, ang nangyari, sa umpisa, alam ni Lori na pumapasok siya dito. I was the one who was spearheading the creative. Kasi ang galing niya sa production talaga. State manager. But as we moved from dialogue and from the Tagalogness of the Filipino-ness of a particular scene, pumapasok na si Lori. And then somewhere there, wala na yung mga...
Pero hindi totoo na hindi kami nagka-clash. Huwag mo lang dalhin sa set yung ano. Huwag mo ipahalataan na nag-ano. Kasi madadama yung lahat ng tao.
Bibigat yung feeling, no? Parang
meron na kaming modus operandi.
Normally, our classes sa umpisa is, I always believe, the sky's the limit and then cut it down to reality. Siya naman, reality muna. So I would fight, Lori, naman eh. I mean, okay. Lori, shucks.
Di, okay lang
Lori, ano ba? I mean, we're limiting ourselves right before. Yun ang source of... So, sige, gagawin mo to. Remember, this is gonna be thrown away. Palagi na lang yung practical considerations come. Which I'm not saying is secondary.
Sa yung left brain.
In a way,
Tama.
So, kasi sabihin ni Peque, let's do sequence 2 to 8, all rain effect.
Okay.
Ang ganda niyan.
Ganda yan.
Pero ano yung sacrifice mo in return for what we spend? Yung gagastusin natin para dun sa rain effect na mga 3 araw yan na rain effect.
Grabe.
You think nag-mellow na kayo throughout the years?
Mellow?
Whatever that means.
Yeah, no. It
In
means
many
that
ways.
you're kinder, you're accepting. Compromise is not a bad thing in the movies. You always have to compromise with time, with everything. And so there's a
Mas matagal
level
pa
of...
po kayo nagsama kaysa sa mga pamilya yun, no?
Sa oras?
Sa oras?
Yeah, there was a time, yes.
Yes.
Oo, siguro yung mula 1987 hanggang 99.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah. Yes.
Sa mga anak nga ni Direk Peque, isa nga lang daw yung napuntahan niya na pinanganak. The rest nasa shooting siya. Tama ba, Direk?
Oo.
Sa bagong setup, mas mura na yung mga camera ngayon. Did you find directing easier with the newer set? Digital quote-unquote setup?
You wanna answer that first?
In a way, oo. Kasi pag nagtitipid ka sa film, ang hirap.
Ito, take ka lang ng take. Diretso sa computer.
Hindi lang yun. Inggit na inggit ko kay Coppola, for example. You see them at work. Roll! Film yun, okay? So rolling down. He'll walk onto the camera. No, I think you should.
Hindi siya nagkaka.
Habang
Wala, yeah, okay, the fine.
Dati si Coppola lang nakakagawa na pumapasok sa eksena na hindi nagkakat.
Pero, back of your head, meron pa rin kayo mga iba pa rin pelikula. May ganun ba kayo?
I'm not a purist. I'm not a purist. Remember, when sound came in, all the
Correct.
people at the time, something was lost. Then when color came in, mas maganda yung black and white. I think that's snobbery.
Pero sabi nga nung yung director of photography namin ngayon, si Mark Gary, Americano. Sabi
Si Mark
niya,
Gary,
what we miss about film is the imperfections. Yung grain, yung konting flicker.
Sa tingin niyo ba, nagbago rin ng pananaw niyo sa sensualidad throughout the years?
No, sensuality is really an important thing in terms of attraction to... All of us have a sensuality here that we're not working on. Pero,
Meron na tinatawag sila Bacolod Mafia eh. Pero feeling mo ba part ka pa rin ng Bacolod Mafia? Or
Siya yung
or
godfather.
it has taken on a life of its own?
it's taken a life of its own, and frankly, I'm proud that they've been able to kill the Buddha. And they ran me over the road, threw me on the side, and they're on their own. And it's a great freedom to just do what we're doing, to
May
allow.
bata na rin ngayon.
Oo, ang galing nila mag-teach. We have a lot of good teachers.
Pero ngayon sa industriya, yung Bacolod Mafia, hindi na lang sa yung mga naging direktor, naging writer. Yung
Art dep.
malawak na Bacolod Mafia ngayon, yung art dep sa mga network.
Art depth, no?
Ang daming Ilonggo
Dahil
kasi
kay
galing
yun.
sa mga workshop
Oo,
namin.
sa workshop yun. Kay Richard Somme, sa mga bata niya, puro wala yun.
Actually, what's happened now, all of them have jobs. So, kulang kami sa teachers na naman. Which is a problem right now. We just finished talking with Gabby Fernandez. Teka muna, we have nobody to do the workshops. The mafia is loosening up. Everybody's too busy.
Borgi, nagkano na.
Ang daming trabaho.
May napapansin ka bang singular aesthetic that the Bacolod Mafia, at least the directors, have in common?
It's not an aesthetic too much as a professionalism. So, frankly, I'll tell you, there are better stories in Cebu, in Iloilo, and Davao, General Santos. And if we go to a next round of workshops, I will concentrate on history and stories and narration, because what we concentrated on is get the product as professionally as you can. Never quit. The show must go on. So if you get the Bacolod Mafia,
Tapos ang trabaho mo.
tapos, yeah.
Nung isang taon, we lost two of our greatest directors. Direk Marilu and isa sa sinasabi mo na, sabi kasi ni Direk Peque dati, dalawang director lang may command of cinematic language. Well, tatlo yata.
Sobrang
Celso
tahimik,
Ad,
no?
Bernal, Jerry De Leon. Tapos nawala pa si Celso Ad. Tapos nawala pa si Direk Marilu. Pag mga ganito pa, nagkakaroon ka ng moments of intimations of mortality.
All the time. I mean, ever since, are you kidding? Ever since my first heart attack, there are times that in bed that I say, okay, this is it. This is it. Goodbye. Sige, sorry na lang for everything I've done. No, intimations of mortality has been with me
Noon pa
way
lang, oo.
before Celso. So much so that namatay si Celso. Of what? His wife was making masahe, he died. What a way to go. Perfect.
Diba?
Perfect.
We're all gonna die. Oo, wala na. Kung matanda ka na, alam mo that that's not the problem. The problem is pain.
Pero are you ready to go?
Oh, sure.
Pero malaking na-realize ko kasi mga 3 weeks ago, si Peque na for some reason napunta sa emergency room. Dati pag napunta ka sa ER, di ba nakikita mo lahat doon, merong nabaril doon sa tabi mo, may inatake na ano. So talagang nakaka-depress sa ano ngayon, hindi na masyado kasi pwede ka mag-Instagram. Oo. Habang nag-aantay ka
Alawin mo
sa
sarili
ER,
mo.
ikaw yung
Malo nga kita,
pasyente.
Malo nga kita.
How do you find social media?
Fascinating, dangerous weapon.
Addictive.
Addicting, and it
Hindi mo na
hasn't.
kailangan ng gallery. Mag-exhibit ka na agad, instant.
Oo nga eh. And then, it's not as powerful as you think, but at the same time, we don't know how to use it yet.
Oo eh.
Wala pang Michelangelo of Instagram, but when that happens, then
So, baka hindi pa magkaroon ng Michelangelo kasi baka before natin ma-develop yung Michelangelo natin, may ibang uso na
Iba
naman.
naman, oh.
tama ka ha.
Sa labas po ng production, anong tropa din talaga kayo? Kwentuhan kayo ng problema?
Ganun talaga ang mangyayari siya. Dati na-realize ko yan na after years and years of working, wala na akong kaibigan outside of co-workers. Ganun talaga kasi wala ka ng panahon. Pag uwi mo, alas 6 ng umaga, susunod na gising mo, papunta ka na naman sa shoot, di ba? O kaya pre-prod, o kaya meeting. So, lahat ng dating kaibigan mo na hindi mo kasama sa trabaho, unti-unti nalalaglag. Para lang kung talagang you make an effort na, kunyari, mga kabatch mo sa high school, pag inimbita ka, talagang paghihirapan mo puntahan. Pero otherwise, ang pamilya mo yung kasama mo sa shooting. Di ba? Buhay natin yan.
Mismo.
Ikaw, I'm sure.
Kaya ito, pinagtsatsagaan na lang ako na ito.
Oo, may choice lang ako. Ayoko kasama sa ano to eh.
Wala na choice eh.
Ano yung huling sine pinanood ninyo? Yung nagbayad talaga kayo?
Gangster Squad.
Gangster Squad. Nagustuhan niyo
Oo,
naman?
nagbayad. Oo.
Yeah, it wasn't a deep movie or anything. Ako, I'm grateful for a movie that entertains
Enjoy.
me.
Oo,
Parang,
diba?
I don't go for the monochromatic staccato of the scene. Okay rin yan, no? Pero I mean, first time I see Jurassic Park, okay, Jurassic Park, then that first scene yan, nandun yung mga, wow, dinosaur, just go, etc., etc.
Naalala ko na sinabi yung Titanic, pupunta ka lang sa last part. Yung pag lumulubog na yung barko. Yung gusto mo.
People falling off, etc. The love story can go, di ba? Who cares? Pero oo, sine.
Si Lilia Contapa katrabaho niya rin palagi yun.
Always.
Kita mo, tapos sikat si Lilio ngayon ha.
Grabe,
Next time, hindi ba naabot ng ganun status si Lilio?
Tsaka ano,
Hindi
diba?
ba naka-discover kay Lilia? Parang nangyari?
No, she was in the industry
Ano na yun?
a long time.
Regular na yun sa industry talaga dati. Kaya lang, talagang ang daming beses namin siyang ginamit in memorable roles, hindi extra.
But what happened was we were doing
Shake 2.
Shake 2, yeah, Aswang with Richard Gomez
Aswang with-
and
Manilin,
Manilin.
Ana
Oh, siya yung
Roses.
pinakasikat na extra, no?
and we got Juni Gamboa's Bulacan group to be the Aswang Village, no? Ang galing-galing
Oh, sa Malolos
Bulacan,
Communication,
no?
sa Megila, Jerry Sineneng na lugar.
Pero there were some extras that came in. And sabi ko, Lori, did you see that woman that was sitting? Aswang siya, pare.
Aswang siya.
Aswang talaga, no?
Oh, so,
Kahit sa live, nakakatakot siya Sa shooting pa lang nakakatakot
so we
siya
started
tignan.
putting
pag
her
nasa
near
dilim.
Vanji Labalan. So ma-feature. Then after a while, we started writing for her. Ganun.
So kasama na siya sa script palagi.
Oo. Written for her. Tsaka stricta siya because she was the head of the
Talents. Sa flyer siya
Dapat nandun kayo, etc., etc. But to be fair also, we never treat extras like extras. They're actors talaga. And we look, dalawa kami So when we do the scene, I can see the crowd performing, di ba?
Wala po ba kayong plano kayong dalawa na ipaitim naman yung buhok nyo?
Ay, yung Peque natural
I've done all colors na. All colors. So green, red, walang pink, blue, etc. And then, patay yung buhok
Ako nakalbo na ako.
Dahil
natin
may
yung
ibabalik
usapan.
yung haba.
Ikaw.
Bayin natin yung
Bayin
usapan.
Doon sana papunta yun.
Huwag na daw.
Anong komentaryo nyo sa mga bagong henerasyon ng mga direktor ngayon? Because of digital ba, may iba silang aesthetics? Paano ba to?
Beautiful stories.
Stories.
A very original stories. Ang execution is one thing. Ang problema is that in the old style, there's a portion of apprenticeship that you go through,
Yes.
whether you like it or not.
Ngayon,
So,
diretso na agad.
Diretso na kaagad.
Karamihan, ang namimiss nila yung dealing with actors.
Takot sila sa actors.
Na-intimidate sila ng mga senior stars. Tapos hindi nila dinidirect yung mga artista.
That's why there are now assistant directors for acting.
Acting coach.
Acting coach.
Oo, wala dati.
There's no relationship between
Dati magkasama pa yung ADPM
ganun.
Di ba?
Ganun,
Dati,
tama ka.
ADPM pa dati.
ADPM,
Ngayon, hiwalay na na.
Dati nga kasi ang entry point ng yung para ka maging kahit ano sa showbiz, kung hanggang makarating ka ng director o kung ano man yung pinakamataas na mararating mo. Dati may apprenticeship. Talagang
apprenticeship, oo.
magsisimula ka sa baba. Ito, college pa lang, director ka na.
Oo
But being a director is dealing with the press, dealing with the actually understanding the setups. Bernal would throw the food trays on the wall. Yung parang there's a whole system of directing that does not come under art.
Direk Peque, hindi ka ba naiinis sa parang pag binabanggit pangalan mo lagi, no? Ang mga association na lumalabas lang, it's like ang dinirect mo lang ay Oro, Plata at Scorpio Nights.
I hate it. No, dalawang bagay. I was so, I'm a big fan of yours. Ang ganda ng Oro. So, what? The second thing I hate is the critics and many people have decided that I'm really the only genuine director. They don't consider Lori. Parang, as a matter of fact, we were introduced the last time at the FDCP, and to assist him is going to be Lore Reyes. Is that my assistant? And I hate it. I mean, what makes them
Bakit
think
yung
na...
Cohen Brothers?
Coen Brothers,
Diba? Pwede naman ganun.
So anyway, what makes them decide that Lori is not what he is? I hate this. I really, really hate it.
Naka-package na kayo eh. Wag na yun eh.
We did 36 movies. He did 26 of the 36. That means I only did 10 movies on my own. Because even my first movie was partnered with Butch Perez. I'm a collaborator. I mean, that's the way I work. So, and I'm using your show to announce that I am not gonna take it anymore.
Narinig niyo yan, ha? Tandem sila, tandem.
Tandem. I mean, and they don't
Gigilabot ako
understand.
dun,
No, seriously. Ayoko na. In fact, when Cinema One gave me a lifetime award or recognition, etc., I said, this is the last time I accept this award. Unless you want to award Oro, where he was not part of it. From now on, it's a Reyes Gallaga Reyes production. You have no right to judge how we work. Napipikon ako more than the Oro thing. No, okay. These people don't watch Pinoy movies anyway, okay? So they watched Oro because there were a lot of tisoys in there.
Baka kasi direct dahil bas kayo yung mas maboka, mag-ano sa mga press. Kaya siguro hindi rin na, ano, no?
Yes,
Pwedeng
tama.
ganun siguro.
Pero there's a laziness there, di ba? I mean, come on, press. I mean, you're not there. Well, come on.
Don't press.
Or,
Well, you're pressed too.
Oo, no? Galing
or,
ako doon.
or,
Pero yeah, do your homework.
or tisoy.
Galing ka doon.
Parang katulad sa amin, siya lang yung nare-recognize.
Hindi
Ako
ba?
Hindi, oo.
It's hateful. From now on, he's not taking it anymore. Oo, ganun.
Na kaya.
Pwede na palitan to. Ano typical day ninyo sa Bacolod?
60% civilization 5, gardening, and once in a while, artwork.
Ako hindi taga Bacolod.
Oo nga eh.
Oo,
Pero
Manila.
nakukuha mo na yung punto nila.
Adapted
Hindi
siya.
naiintindihan ko.
Adapted na yun.
Ang kaintindihan ko.
Yung tono ng Bacolod, it sounds like foreplay. Diba? Tuod, gusto ko na, no? Kulang na lang, tara.
Nindot.
Ano sabi mo?
Nindot, that
Beautiful.
means beautiful.
Ganda.
Nindot. Basta you're in Cebu.
Oo. Huling tanong. Kunyari, papanaw na kayo bukas. Ano yung gusto mong huling hapunan mo?
Buhay na oyster. Galing sa aquarium, hindi galing sa
Dagat.
hindi galing sa tray.
Itatabi sa
Buhay naman
kalipo.
lahat ng mga oysters.
Oo, pero matagal nang wala sa tubig, di ba? Iba lasa nung galing sa ano.
Good batchoy with a lot of marrow, which we call utok.
Bagay, wala ka ng cholesterol problem na mamatay ka.
Sa buhay sa atin, di ba?
Okay, Peque Gallaga, Lore Reyes, maraming salamat.
Salamat. Thank you. Alam mo, para ka rin umattend ng workshop eh. Walang kinig ka lang eh.